On January 22, 2024, some vultures was seen flying around the Yog Narasimha temple in Melukot. This made people think there might be a dead animal or person nearby, so they quickly went to check it out. As they got closer, they noticed a strange smell and saw a lot of flies buzzing around a certain spot, suggesting something might be buried there. When they started digging, they soon found a scarf. Among the people there, a man named Lokesh began crying intensely when he saw the scarf, as it belonged to his wife Deepika. They discovered that Deepika, a school teacher, was buried underground. She was also an Instagram influencer and made reels. This discovery raises the question, why would anyone kill a teacher like Deepika? Was it her husband or someone else who murdered her? To uncover the truth, we need to delve into Deepika's past life. Let's start with today's story that shook the entire nation and the world. But before that, I request all of you to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel immediately and press the bell icon. The story begins with a 28-year-old woman named Deepika, living in Mandya Mankahali village. She was married and had an 8-year-old child. Deepika was a school teacher, and this was why everyone liked watching her videos. Everything was going well in Deepika's life. As I mentioned at the beginning, Deepika was a teacher. This required her to travel from Mankahali to Mandya, a distance of approximately 40 kilometers. Therefore, she had to leave early in the morning for school. She would go to the bus stand from her home, park her scooter in a nearby parking area, and then take a bus to continue her journey to the school. This was her daily routine, and she traveled this way every day. And thus, her life went on as usual. But sadly, on January 20th, 2022, Deepika missed her bus, so she decided to go to school on her scooter. She left for school, and around 1:30 p.m., her husband Lokesh called her, but her phone was switched off. As more time passed, school ended, but Deepika didn't come home even after a long wait. Lokesh became worried and called all his friends and colleagues to see if Deepika had left the school, but everyone said she had left at 12 p.m. This made Lokesh very anxious. It seemed odd to him, so he started calling his relatives. However, none of them said that Deepika had come to their house or spoken to them. Lokesh's worry increased because nothing like this had ever happened before, where Deepika went somewhere without informing him. So Lokesh immediately thought it best to go to the police station. He went to the police station right away and filed a missing person report for Deepika. The police started their investigation, and that same evening Deepika's scooter was found near the Yog Narasimha temple in Melukot. Despite extensive searching, the police could not find any information about Deepika. And thus, the next 2 days also passed. Lokesh began to feel that the police were not taking the case seriously. Otherwise, how could they not find Deepika despite finding her scooter? After this, Lokesh and a few others started searching for clues around the area where the scooter was found, hoping to find something that would lead them to Deepika. That's when they noticed several vultures circling the area. As I mentioned at the beginning, when they started digging, they first found a piece of cloth. Upon seeing this cloth, Lokesh broke down in tears because it was the same cloth Deepika was wearing when she left for school. After the complete excavation, a body was found, but it was difficult to identify. This was because her face was so disfigured that it was unrecognizable. However, Lokesh identified her as his Deepika by recognizing the clothes. The people informed the police, who quickly arrived at the scene and sent Deepika's body for an autopsy. The police hadn't expected the local people to find Deepika and her body and inform them. Similarly, they didn't anticipate that this news would go viral so quickly. Soon, social media was flooded with the story of a teacher being found dead. Connecting all the dots, the police began to suspect Lokesh. They speculated that this whole incident might have been orchestrated by him. The police then took Lokesh into custody, demanding answers to their questions, and bombarding him with one question after another. In the course of questioning, what Lokesh revealed was truly astonishing. First, Lokesh informed the police that a 22-year-old boy named Nitish had called Deepika on the day of the incident. Now let's understand who Nitish was. You might not have understood this yet, but Nitish was a very close friend of Deepika's, frequently visiting her home. As I mentioned earlier, Deepika was not only a school teacher, but also an influencer. From her photos and videos, you could easily tell how beautiful she was. Because of this, many people liked her posts and reels, and she started gaining a lot of followers. Among those followers was Nitish. Unlike the others, Nitish became more than just a follower. He became a close friend of Deepika's. Their friendship grew deeper over time, to the point where Nitish and Deepika frequently visited each other's homes. Deepika considered Nitish like a brother, and Nitish also called her his sister, but this was not true. Nitish was merely pretending to be a brother. 2 years passed this way. Under the pretext of helping her edit her reels, he constantly called and messaged her and visited her home regularly. This closeness between Nitish and Deepika started to irritate her husband, Lokesh. He became increasingly annoyed by how close Nitish had gotten to his wife, and how he constantly called and messaged her. You can imagine how unsettling it was for Lokesh to see Deepika visiting Nitish's house, and Nitish coming to their home. This situation troubled Lokesh a lot. Moreover, the villagers began gossiping about Lokesh's wife and Nitish, making matters worse for him. Consequently, Lokesh told his wife that from now on, she should neither meet Nitish nor talk to him on the phone or through messages. These issues led to a significant argument between the husband and wife. Lokesh warned Deepika that she should neither visit Nitish's house nor allow Nitish to come to theirs. Deepika accepted this and told Nitish that their friendship was over. She said she would no longer message or call him, and that he should not contact or visit her either. However, as I mentioned earlier, Nitish was merely pretending to be a brother while harboring other intentions. Because of this, the police began to suspect that Nitish might be involved. They started investigating him, but soon discovered that Nitish was neither at home nor anywhere in the village. When they traced his phone number, it was found to be switched off. This deepened the police's suspicion, so they continued to track his mobile number. Eventually, when his phone was turned on, they tracked it to Vijayanagar. The police quickly went there, found him, and arrested him. He was taken to the police station for questioning. When the police accused him of being responsible for what happened to Deepika, the truth Nitish revealed left everyone shocked. When Deepika decided to end their friendship and told Nitish they couldn't see or talk to each other anymore, Nitish couldn't accept this sudden change. Despite Deepika's clear message to Nitish about cutting ties, Lokesh noticed that Nitish kept trying to reach out to her. One day after their supposed separation, Nitish called Deepika again and her phone rang, indicating that she hadn't blocked him. This gave Nitish hope and led him to believe that Deepika didn't completely hate him or want to sever all connections with him. Nitish began to dream that there was still a chance for their relationship to continue in some way. This misunderstanding fueled his actions and thoughts, causing further complications and misunderstandings between all parties involved. 15 days after they stopped talking, on the morning of January 20th, Nitish called Deepika. During the call, he mentioned it was his birthday, and Deepika wished him well. However, Nitish didn't accept her wish and instead asked her to be with him as she had been on his previous birthday. He invited her to come and wish him in person. Deepika refused and ended the call, then went to school. Despite this, Nitish continued calling her and started begging her to come to the Yoga Narasimha temple in Melakote. It was around 12:06 in the afternoon. Unable to endure his persistent pleas, Deepika decided to go to the location he mentioned. They began talking at the base of the hills, but their conversation soon turned into an argument. During the fight, Nitish started hitting Deepika. Many tourists who were there witnessed the scene, and someone even recorded a video from a distance. Realizing this, Nitish became cautious and persuaded Deepika, who was crying, to move to another location. Once there, Nitish begged her to talk and be with him as she had before. Deepika refused, telling him that her husband and child were more important to her. She also mentioned that this would be the last time they would meet. After saying goodbye, she left the place. As she tried to leave from the back, Nitish grabbed her shawl and began to strangle her. Deepika fell to the ground. Nitish then picked up a large stone and placed it on Deepika's face while she was lying down, causing severe injuries and bleeding. He then used the same shawl to cover her face and neck and continued to strangle her. Unable to breathe, Deepika died soon after. Afterwards, Nitish considered what to do next. He dug a 2-foot deep pit and buried Deepika's body. Once he had buried her, he sent a voice message to his father. In the message, he confessed, "Dad, I made a huge mistake. Don't look for me. Please find a good husband for my sister." After sending the message, he turned off both his and Deepika's phones and went into hiding. Nitish later admitted to the police what he had done. As of now, Deepika's autopsy report has not been released. Once it is available, we will find out the extent of the torture she endured, and if she was sexually assaulted before her death. It's said that because Nitish's father is influential in the village, the police initially didn't take the case seriously. However, I mentioned that someone recorded a 13-second video of the fight between Nitish and Deepika. This video became crucial evidence in the case. Since this is a recent case, the investigation is still ongoing. Friendships that overstep boundaries can be harmful. Usually our intuition alerts us to toxic relationships before our loved ones do. If we heed these early warnings, we can remain cautious and safeguard ourselves. Stay wary of such relationships. Relationships that begin innocently, like siblings, can become problematic, as seen with Deepika's husband and their 8-year-old child. Many poor relationships on Instagram start with brief encounters and then abruptly finish. Is it wrong for Deepika to post reels on Instagram and be friends with Nitish, or is Nitish in the wrong? What do you think about this case? I encourage everyone to share this video widely so that more people become aware of such cases. Also, please comment, "Rest in peace, Deepika." I'll see you in another video soon, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.